This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlasting. News has just broken that Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn is on. So you were right all along, Gareth.
Well, did I not say October the 8th, O2 Arena? Conor Benn against Chris Eubank Jr. Mega fight for legacy, for family blood. Eubank Ben 3. I'm not going to sit here and gloat, so all those trolls can go and, I don't know, sniff their own pants for a while. I bet they don't come back and go, "Oh, I was wrong." But I'm not going to go out there and tell people they're, some people saying, "I hope the fight's not signed, so you're wrong." Look, um, as you know, and I know, for about a month behind the scenes, this has been extraordinarily close, and everybody I know, all my sources, and I don't mean Perry Perry, um, we're saying, look, any day, it's there, it's done. So I mean, we understand Eubank signed his part of the deal now. Wasserman have put out a press conference a few minutes ago, really. The Sauerland brothers and Wasserman who represent Eubank. And I think we've got a mega fight October the 8th, O2 Arena. What an autumn, by the way, now. What an autumn we have, with Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker announced in September, and Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall, Alicia Baumgarten and Michaela Mayer, Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall about to be signed, Golovkin and Canelo in Vegas, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence moving closer. The outcome, who fights of the winner, Usyk and Joshua in about 10 days' time out in Saudi Arabia, and what the big heavyweight fight's going to be as a result of that. Tremendous autumn and winter we've got coming up.
You might want to throw in Fury Chisora 3 from what we're hearing today.
I'm not sure about that. Yeah, okay, all right, fair enough. Old boys act, a bit of a tickling competition. Tyson Fury beat him up with the left hand from the southpaw stance with uppercuts last time. I seem to remember them being together. And look, maybe he does want a treading water fight. Derek's still a banana skin. I mean, I expect Tyson to win that handily, but come on, Tyson. We don't want to hear you fighting Derek Chisora. We want to hear you fighting the winner of Usyk and Joshua for the undisputed heavyweight crown. That's what we want to hear from Tyson Fury. Come on, Tyson. Pull it together, man.
Anyways, back to October 8th. We haven't
Back
got,
to reality.
we haven't got a catch weight which this fight will take place at on October 8th. What do you expect it to be at? 156?
Yeah, 156, 157. I'm sure they've been arguing the toss over that. Eubanks wanted more money to cut weight. There'll probably be a penalisation, a fine for, generally it's 100 grand, isn't it, per pound? Or it has been in the past. Those are the fights I've covered that's what there's been. It's bound to be around. It wasn't on the official press release, which was a pity. Maybe they're still arguing that back and forth, but when I don't know if an official press conference was announced or not, but
Not yet, but it'll be sometime this week, won't it? Because Saudi Arabia's.
you imagine so. It can't be next week because we're all in Saudi, aren't we, for the big one? The big one before the really big one, hopefully. Yeah, I expect 156, 157 pounds. That's what I've been hearing the whole time. For Chris to lose 3 or 4 pounds isn't the end of the world. Obviously, the advantages are there for Chris. He's more experienced. He's a bigger man naturally, and he's a very astute boxer. I don't think I expect him to go in there and beat Conor Benn up. I expect Conor Benn to come forward, and Ben to be the matador to the bull, really. But really excited about it. Really excited. Been excited about it for weeks. Just been waiting for the announcement.
Gareth, as you said, an incredible schedule from sort of Usyk Joshua 2 onwards to the end of the year. However, it's going to be a very expensive time for boxing fans. Usyk Joshua 2, Sky Sports box office, Canelo Golovkin 3, even in this country's DAZN pay-per-view, Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr., DAZN pay-per-view, Joyce Parker, BT Sport box office. There's a lot of pay-per-views going on, Gareth. Your thoughts on that?
Well, how much is a round of drinks?
Well, depends
look.
if you're going Gareth A. Davis style, but
I mean, right. Listen, I'm gonna have a celebratory cigarette because finally justified and vindicated in the fight being announced. It was giving me the odd thinking, I hope this fight doesn't go sideways and doesn't happen. But yeah, there is cost. These are big fights. These are the biggest fights in the world. This is the nature of the beast now. You've got to pay for the big fights. What do I think about it? I think Joshua Usyk's quite expensive at, what is it, $26.95. I'm working there on the Talk Sport crew. Listen to it on Talk Sport is what I say if you want to. You know, look, I'm going to get slammed for this, but the relative cost of these things in our country compared to places like America, I think is not that bad. To see Golovkin and Canelo, what's that going to be, $14.99 or something?
I don't think they've released the price yet. They might have. I don't know.
It'll be something like that, won't it? So, I mean, given how expensive everything is now, I don't think it's that expensive. But
I'm just saying, it's a lot of pay-per-views in one go.
Yeah, there are, Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall isn't. You mentioned 4 or 5 there. I think it's well worth it. I think we're going to get great action. You know, come on, promoters, put great undercards together with these ones. That's part of the key to it as well. But you know, we'll see what Benn and Eubank costs. Should it cost less than Canelo and Golovkin?
I don't know. That's up to Joe Markowski and everyone at DAZN. How many buys do you think it does on DAZN pay-per-view?
I was thinking in my head 400,000. Round about that. I think, you know, there'll be a mainstream market. There'll be a lot of nostalgia buyers. There'll be the fathers obviously building up the fight in a very strong way. Yeah, I think it does that. That's just my guesstimates. I mean, I may be completely off. It may be many more, it may be many less, but in my head around 400,000, you know, which this is what DAZN are going after at the moment. They're going after events that might do numbers. That's why they've signed up KSI for these DAZN plus, you know, circus fights, you know, kind of bizarre circus. Well, they are, aren't they? They're not real fights. So, you know, Showtime did the same with Jake Paul. They know that there's a market there and they just want to try and capitalize on it. You know, they see it as entertainment. You know?
Final question on this. Should it be a competitive fight and even some controversy in the first fight? Do you think it's a guarantee we get the rematch?
Absolutely. And it probably will be controversy and it probably will go 12 rounds and it probably will be disputed. And then they can do it at West Ham Stadium in the old Olympic Park. And we've got another blockbuster on our hands. I'm not wishing that to happen. It's funny, you know, when you look at them both fighting when you look at them fighting each other, you know, Conor's very fresh. He's not got a lot of damage. We're going to see if he can take a punch now, like properly take a punch. See what his chin's like. I mean, when I think about it like that, I do see Eubank as quite a big favourite, you know. But it's how he handles his body now in the build-up to that fight, you know. He tapers down very carefully. It's a tough ask, but I think he's got a lot of advantages in this fight, Eubank Jr. I think at this moment, I see him winning on points, you know.
Okay, Gareth A. Davies, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Appreciate due to the time, and I will see you next week in Saudi Arabia. Safe travels out there, Gareth.
Or I might see you at Ben Eubank later in the week.
Of course, a press conference. Yeah, I'll see you there first.
Yeah, if not, I'll see you in Saudi.
Definitely.
Thanks, Umar.
Yeah, I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more times.
5 blokes outside my front door. Can you come and help
One
me?
hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.